Hi, welcome back to Adventures in Music with me, Jim, where we listen to, talk about, and do all sorts of things musicy. It's another talking. Well, no, it's talking and a listening. It's talking now, listening later. We are talking, of course, to Rudi. Hello, Rudi.
Hi, Jim. Good morning, everybody.
And we're not just talking to Rudi. We are talking to Rudi about something very important and very special. You've got a clue there on your t-shirt. It is Dream Theatre. And it's not just Dream Theatre. We're talking about a change of seasons, or a change of seasons, I should say, which is the next recording from this American progressive rock band that we need to get to. So, Rudi, tell me all about it. Why is this
All of
important?
well,
Why is it
uh,
exciting? What's going on here? It's not an album, is it either? That's a weird thing.
correct. It's officially released as an EP, even though the whole thing has more than 50 minutes. But I think there are several reasons why they call it an EP. Um, I don't know what the first intention was by the record company or the band, but fact is that originally the the main track, the title track, "A Change of Season,"
Yeah.
was originally planned as part of Images and Words, but
Okay.
the record company refused to put it on there because, other than the band, the record company did not want a double LP back then in '92. So this was the song which was kicked off, and especially Mike Portnoy was really sad about it because it was the only song of the album where he had written the lyrics.
Okay.
And the subject of the song is he had written it about the death of his mother. She had died in 1984 in a plane crash.
Oh,
And the story goes that the crash happened because the pilot suffered a heart attack.
right.
So that's not a real nice story, but maybe it was his way to get over it, or how to say.
Yeah, yeah, to work through
And
the grief and get some closure, maybe.
yeah, yeah. And there's some interesting informations about the song itself because the original version was not the 23 that we have now, 23 minutes that we have now.
Hmm.
It was a bit shorter, and also the intro was a bit different. But they also already played it live before 1995, the official release, because they used to have some. Let me just look at it again before I say something wrong. Just got the information this morning by my son. Um, Besides the regular releases, Dream Theater had some kind of official bootleg series, which they released on their own record company. It's a Jam Records, and they had recorded concert in New York City, 4th of March '93,
Mm.
and there they played Change of Seasons already. And back then, still Kevin Moore was on board, which left then, as we know, after Awake. Um, and then the new keyboarder was Derek Sherinian, as you know.
Yeah.
And they kind of rewrote the song, extended it a bit, changed some things. And Derek Sherinian also wrote some kind of new intro to the song, keyboard intro. I don't know what it sounded before because that CD, the live recording, I haven't heard it in, I don't know, ages. So I don't remember exactly how it started on this CD.
Is that still available?
Yeah, pardon me.
Is that still available?
I have no idea at all.
No.
I have no idea at all because as you know nowadays they have these lost but not forgotten archive
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
You know, the ones where you had the
The number
what
of the
did you have on the
beast.
channel?
I had number of the
Number of the
beast.
Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in these series they have recorded
I think
some
it's
concerts.
I think it's a Metallica album as well they
They have
covered.
the Master of Puppets.
That's
They
the
have
one. Yeah.
Made in Japan, and they also have Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh.
And the fun thing is, to me, at least for the musicians and the fan, maybe not for James, that they not only recorded these albums in a studio, but they all played them live in their entirety.
Mm.
So on certain tours in the, I don't think, late '90s or so, um, whenever they played special events and they made an evening with, they picked out one album and played it completely live.
Yeah.
And as I said, I don't know if it was James' fun to to sing all these unknown lyrics, you know, and then also uh, do a, do the Bruce one night, and then James Hetfield, and the other night he's singing Ian Gillan.
Yeah.
But well, they did it, and the fans loved it. I have them made in Japan, and I really love it. And it's okay for me if for example Petrucci does not play the same solo as Richie Blackmore did on songs like Space Truckin' now. So
Mhm.
yeah, back to Change of Seasons.
Mm.
As we said, released in 1995, and as they want to put some more content on this album, as you have seen on the back of the CD, they
Yes.
they covered some songs,
So I'll have
and
a.
I think the reason for that is, in my opinion, Mike Portnoy is the driving force. He's the king of covering. And if you would see the list of bands that he has covered throughout his career,
Yeah.
first with Dream Theater on this record, then I have this burnt CD, or cannot read.
I
It's
can't see it.
just the
There's
titles.
too much glare on
Uh,
the.
got it from a friend, um, and I just read the names of the artists they covered. It was Queen, it was Yes, it was Black Sabbath, it was Kansas, it was Journey, it was Yes Again, then Led Zeppelin, Ozzy Osbourne, Pantera, and The Who, only on one record.
Wow.
And then he also played in certain tribute bands, which covered the Beatles, The Who again, Rush. He did them all. And when he split from Dream Theater, he continued with Neil Morse, which also seems to be a great cover fan. And
Yeah.
they made these. Have you seen those cover series? Cover one, cover two, cover three.
I've not, but I also I know that was he was in Sons of Apollo, wasn't he? And they did
Yeah,
quite a lot of
they did.
covers as
Yeah,
well. They did
on
They're Comfortably Numb.
on their.
I saw that.
Yeah, they have this DVD recorded or Blu-ray live in Plovdiv, Bulgaria.
Mm.
Everybody's asking why did they do it in Bulgaria, but I think Jeff Scott Soto's girlfriend or wife back then, she was Bulgarian, and I think that's how the connection was made. And the scenery is pretty nice because it's also some kind of Colosseum, you know, as the
Yeah.
one
There's there's a
in
lot of
Rome. Yeah,
yeah, there's a lot of bands that have done concerts there
yeah,
at the
strangely, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
but the Roman it's there's a they're all I don't know if the Sons of Apollo is, but a lot of them are all supported by the orchestra.
yeah,
And
yeah. That yeah, correct.
I think the conductor or the leader for the orchestra has made this connection to all these rock bands, and it's obviously
Yeah,
quite lucrative, but it's also quite
yeah, yeah,
original. And it's
yeah,
a good thing to do. So all these bands come there because they get for
yeah,
one night only or two nights only this
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
orchestra setting, and it's great. So Devin Townsend did it. I don't know if you've
Oh,
seen
okay.
that, but that's absolutely brilliant. Devin Townsend project that's live from Plovdiv, but also Anathema,
Hmm?
who they did that as well. As you say, Sons of Apollo did, but I'm sure there's quite a few others, and I can't think off the top of my head. But there's quite a few others that have done
Hmm.
that as well, been to Plovdiv and had the whole
Yeah,
orchestra treatment.
yeah. As far as I remember, Dream Theater was there on the actual finished some weeks or month ago European tour. I think they also were in Plovdiv,
Hmm.
Bulgaria.
Mm.
I'm not quite sure, but I think I saw it um, somewhere in the social media.
So who's playing
Yeah,
on
what
this?
else is left to
Who's
say?
who's playing on here? Who the main? Is it the
Oh,
same as it was on the album before?
same except for Derek Sherinian on keyboards.
Yeah.
He's the new guy.
Okay.
Um,
Uh, and how long does he
you,
hang around for? He's around for another couple of albums after this.
yeah, well, actually, he only did the next one, the Falling into Infinity, and also the tour on this one.
Yeah.
And then Jordan came in, which had already asked after Kevin Moore left.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I think back then Jordan had just become a father, and he didn't want to jump on this Dream Theater world touring train.
Yeah.
No, he denied being part of it back then, but maybe 3 or 4 years later,
The time was
different
right.
time. But I actually don't really know how the change happened. If Derek Sherinian said he's stepping back because he didn't feel real represented in the band, or if they kicked him out, or
Who knows?
no idea.
Oh, somebody does. Somebody does.
Yeah.
Um, why do you think they didn't keep this as part of the next album? Why
Because they
release?
always have so much stuff they record.
I suppose. I mean, maybe it's just like they have a lot of material, so they've got a big. They can use it as a stopgap between
Yeah,
two
yeah,
two albums. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
I
So,
think it was also to introduce Derek Sherinian
mm,
to the fans and everything, with something which already existed, and then start to complete new start. Because on the next album they also had some fighting with the record company who wanted them to make another hit album,
mhm,
and under this pressure of the record company, they had to accept that Kevin Shirley, which you know from Iron Maiden,
yeah.
who was their producer on this
Oh,
album.
right. Okay.
And you clearly can hear, but we talk about this next time. I was just checking my notes and found this interesting information, um, which probably only is interesting for the hardcore fans. It says there's a live video performance of the band performing this song in 1993, which I already said, which can be found on YouTube also.
Yeah.
However, the arrangement found in the video is drastically different from the EP version. So there seems to be a difference, with a different intro and some difference in phrasing, lyrics, and notes. And now Petrucci also plays the song with a standard tuned 6-string guitar instead of a 7-string like on the EP version. Yeah, and also Portnoy rewrote some lyrics because I mean there were finally maybe 10 years between his original idea and the recording.
Yeah.
So to make the song into what it is today. And the last thing I wanted to say is interesting that they released a live album in 1998, Once in a Lifetime, and in between they had recorded their first studio album with Derek Sherinian, the Falling into Infinity. But on this Once in a Lifetime tour, they opened the concert with a change. It was not their newest recording.
Yeah.
Strange, but true. So that's it from my side for today.
Thank you very much, Rudy. So what
My
we're
my
now going to
pleasure.
do, I'll I'll pass over to Future Jim. Future Jim here. Here we go. As promised, this is a change of seasons from Dream Theater. So let's see what it's all about then, shall we? Thanks very much, Rudi, for the introduction and the foreword to this. I think we've said everything. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, bosh. Sounds like it could be the beginning of a Metallica track. It's a very 90s choir pad sound. '95, eh?
graduated from university this year, 1995. What's the record company thinking of leaving this off? Great tempo change there. Certainly a lot going on, isn't there? Mark with the M.
Life will not always be this way. Look around, hear the sounds. Cherish your life while you're still around.
Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. Old time is still a flying. And this same flower that smiles today, tomorrow will be dying.
We can learn from the past, but those days are gone. We can hope for the future, but there may not be one. The words stuck in my mind are life.
It's obviously a creative decision that the band has taken, or Mike Portnoy has. The drums sound very thin. Also, that snare drum is really, really highly pitched. I like more just of a thump to a snare drum.
Preparing for her flight, I have with all my might, fearing my deepest fate. She walked into that night. She turned for one last look. She looked me in the eye. I said I love you. Goodbye.
It's the most awful thing I've been through. Though you dearly love to leave. Something happened. He was killed.
Very un-Jordan Rudess sort of keyboard sound. Lots of organ. Ooh, that's nice. Jazz fusion. Really like that. Wow. The bass as well. What? What?
through the life fantastic. Lose a step and never get up. Left alone with a cold blank stare. I feel like giving up. I was blinded by a paradise, utopia, high in the sky. I dreamed that all left on me, deep in soul, wondering why. Oh, come, let us adore him, abuse and then ignore him. No matter what, don't let him be. Let's feed upon his misery. Let's string him up for the world to see. I'm sick of all you hypocrites holding me at bay, and I don't need your sympathy to get me through the day. Seasons change and so can I. Hold on, boy, no time to cry. Untie these strings, I'm climbing down.
Good vocal delivery here.
I want them to push me away.
Wow.
Oh, come, let us adore him, abuse and then ignore him. No matter what, don't let him be. Let's feed upon his misery. Now it's time for them to deal with me.
The instrumental parts on this are just incredible. Big ending. Needs a big ending. Wow. Back to the beginning. I really like that little guitar part. Right. I do believe we have reached the end of track 1. Wow. A change of seasons. That was a beast, wasn't it? Right. I'll see you on the next video. Whenever and whatever that is. You kind of know what it's going to be. It's the rest of this album, isn't it? Oh, yes, it is. Right. I'll see you then. Until then, this is Jim. Over and out.